Do you feel like this is the right amount of wood for making pizza?
I am just guessing on the pizza. We've been baking between 300 and 400 for a lot of stuff, like cakes and cornbreads and bread and that kind of thing. And generally we were able to do an oven load of stuff on less than 3 pounds of wood. And
Wow.
right now this is 3 pounds 11 ounces, so closer to like...
But we're going to have a much
between 3
hotter
and 4
oven
pounds.
because our plan is pizza.
Yeah, so for pizza, a lot of times we'll turn, like if we're doing thin crust, we'll turn the oven up to like 500.
Yeah?
And that means I'm going to be putting in a little bit more wood to keep it at 500 than I would to keep it at 350.
Yeah.
But we've had good success with pizza before, I just wasn't tracking how much wood we used.
Right. So we're going to do a little science here, figure out how much wood it takes for this many pizzas. And so what does it take to make a fire in this? Can you just use those sticks, or do you need paper? I'm guessing you might need paper because I see some paper.
I have a little bit of sort of, I think this is actually shavings from some of the lumber projects here, and a little bit of paper. I don't use a lot of paper,
Oh, okay.
but some people really like to use their cardboard and like Amazon boxes and cereal boxes and all that kind of stuff and just use it up that way instead of trying to send it back into recycling, especially in areas that don't have as good recycling as others.
Right, if you're out in the rural area.
Yeah.
So we got like 3...
So this is 3 pounds. I'm just going to do a second pile that's an even number of pounds, and that makes the math easy.
Oh, they're going to fall down.
They're going to fall all over like pickup sticks. And we don't have to cut it this small. I could put one larger stick in and have it run, but for keeping it at a higher temperature, smaller wood with more air gaps is actually easier to get it really hot.
Okay.
That kindling burns down really fast and keeps it really hot. Some of the masonry pizza ovens they'll bake it like 800 or 900 and have 3-minute pizzas.
Yeah.
You have to be really on that
You
to
have
make sure you don't end up with like
charcoal pizza.
exactly charcoal pizza.
Yes.
But yeah, so we'll try to keep it up like at or above 500 for something more like what people expect from the
right.
wood-fired
500
pizza.
degrees is going to act more like your oven in your house.
500 is the most your electric oven can do.
Right.
You start like melting things if you go above that on a lot of electric ovens.
Yeah.
But a masonry
You could go really high.
pizza
Yeah.
oven
Yeah.
can, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, like a traditional Italian pizza oven that's so big it's 8 feet across. And
Yeah, and so
Yeah.
that's where I have Italian friends that tell me, you know, your home oven can't do.
you can't make a
traditional
pizza because your oven doesn't get that
It
hot.
turns out there's a different definition of traditional pizza for each neighborhood in most of the major cities of Italy.
It's true.
It's like, is it, you know, so you can't even just go like Napoli or Sicilian. If you go to Naples, like that is not a Napoli pizza.
Right, because you
It's
need
like-
to come over and see my mother's pizza. That's a Napoli pizza.
Pretty
Yes.
much, pretty much, yeah.
Yes.
So it's a very personal thing for different people, like their pizza the way they like it. Some people love deep crust, some people love deep dish, and by that they mean lasagna with some crust underneath it.
Right,
Some people really like thin crust, by which they mean something that breaks like a cracker.
right.
And you know, I think we're going with something kind of in between.
It looked like, we have sort of middle of the road pizza coming up, which is
But-
great.
But a little, I'd say a little more on the thin crust side, just
Yes.
for the temperatures we're
It's
baking
not
at.
Chicago pizza there.
Yeah, and if you wanted to do deep dish, I probably would drop the temperature down closer to where I bake bread.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe
Or
bring
you're
it
going
up
to char
just
it before it's done.
brown the cheese, but you want to bake the whole, you know, it's like that thick bread for some of the really thick crust
For the
ones.
really thick.
2 pounds 10 ounces. I'm gonna reach in there with my bare hands and my butane lighter,
Ah, yes.
and we are
We have a cold
Yeah,
oven.
cold oven.
We're not cheating. It's a cold oven.
that. And it's right now. It's just eating the little tiny shavings and kindling. And I'm probably just gonna keep it on the tiny kindling for a while because we just want to ramp it way up.
We are making
500.
pizza. This is burning, and there's just the tiniest bit of something I can see coming out of the chimney because of the way this firebox works. It's insulated, right?
Yeah. So this is a very simple version of the J-style rocket firebox. This one has fire brick around the wood feet so it keeps it sturdy, and then it has a ceramic fiber insulation that keeps the fire burning nice and hot as it goes up the vertical heat riser. That's really the secret to being able to use this little bit of wood, is you burn it completely. If you're making a whole bunch of smoke, all that smoke is unburned fuel. And so if you can keep the fire hot and give it a nice long flame path and burn all of the fuel, you don't need to keep adding more fuel.
Right, so these sticks, the bottoms of the sticks are burning. We can't see the flame because the flame is going sideways and then up that sort of chimney.
Why don't you come over here?
So I can show it?
Yeah.
Alright, we're gonna
Here, I'll move some
here
sticks out of the way.
and here.
So you can actually sort of see the sideways
Look
fire.
at that fire!
So it's just going,
It's going right into this chimney thing. So it's a chimney fire on purpose.
That's one way to put it, yeah.
Chimney fires are terrible because they burn out of control, but we have tamed it. It's a domesticated chimney fire. When you cook with a cob oven, like you're gonna make pizza in your backyard in your cob oven, it's a long time.
Yeah, a typical earth or brick oven is going to be at least 2 hours. More common would be like 4 hours to heat it up if it was cold.
Right.
If it's a pizzeria and they're running it every single day, it might still be warm from the night before, so you might not have as long.
Right, yeah.
But then again, they're going to probably charge it up really hot.
They're making a lot of pizzas.
They're making a lot.
But if you're just a person who wants to make some pizza.
Yeah. And most people don't want to spend half a day burning the fire in order to have a pizza party in the evening. Like a lot of people like doing it after work or going out doing something else all day and coming back and doing it. So,
Right.
So yeah, these are a little bit more of an on-off kind of thing. That it's hot while the fire's in it, and then it cools down fairly quickly when the fire goes out.
Right.
It's a completely different way.
Which is why this is also a thing that could be in your house. So if I built one of these and it didn't have to move, would I not need this welded metal frame to hold the J-tube together?
One of the ideas for how to do these is to vary it up to about here, or even make the whole thing taller so you have a taller wood feed for taller
Yeah, I'm
wood.
thinking about putting it off a deck.
And so if this is 4 feet and you had a full 16-inch wood feed,
Uh-huh.
and then you sink that down to floor level, or
Right.
put it beside your deck with a little bit of a
Yeah.
little masonry apron so that you're not putting heat right next to your wood.
Well, yeah, that's right. We'll have to
Might be
consult you on, yes, how
Um,
how you can put it near a deck without burning down your house.
But a deck is a really good idea because then you can stand on the deck level. I mean, it'd be like you were right here, right? So
Right.
instead of having to be that height to work with this oven, you could have something that was actually quite a bit taller and still have a really convenient oven that's right. Let's take another look.
Yeah, let's take another look. I think it's been
We are at 475.
475. I think we
All
could
right.
put a pizza in there.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Have some lovely
Oh,
pizza
that's lovely.
with some of the gorgeous 2018 crop of morels.
2018, quite a year for morels in
It's
Montana.
been so good. To hold it at 350, we'll
Right.
typically do 2 sticks, and 3 sticks seems to hold it around 400.
Okay.
So I'm trying like 5 sticks to see if it'll hold it around 500.
So then when you say sticks,
Oh, these are they're kind of what most people would consider kindling.
right?
You know, just,
None of them are very huge.
yeah. And if I was baking at a lower temperature, I could also do like one larger one.
Okay.
They will run that way, but this gives me more control.
Okay.
Alright,
All
I'm going to call
right.
this one done.
Okay.
Getting a little smoky on the inside. Now, if you like the wood-fired smoke smell,
Right?
some people really like that for some kinds of baked goods.
Uh-huh.
You can put like a little bit of alder chip or apple chip or something like that in the oven.
Could you use this as a smoker?
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, there's another version of a rocket smoker that's kind of more purpose-built for that.
Oh, okay.
It runs at a lower heat.
Right.
It depends on what kind of smoking you wanted.
Right, but you could maybe hot smoke things.
Yeah.
And you'd have, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I can go really close, because now you can definitely see flame in there going sideways. Okay, time to first pizzas. I'm thinking is less than 23 minutes.
I just want to keep peeking at
Okay,
it.
let's check that chimney. Still no smoke. Okay, sorry. Peeking at pizza.
Yep.
It's cooking.
We're holding 475, 500 pretty well.
Okay.
Now that we're down to one stick, I'm going to give it another stick or two. Which is pretty good.
And what kind of wood is this?
It's mostly pine, a little bit of fir maybe.
Okay.
So
By my
so
clock
from
here.
starting the fire to
To 8 pizzas.
8 pizzas,
30 minutes.
just about 30 minutes.
Yeah. Still
I think
another.
that's very reasonable.
I would be
think
very
you could do that
happy.
on a work night.
I think you could do that on Friday. You can have. This is how you have pizza on Friday, not just Saturday.
We were able to bake 8 pizzas with 5 pounds of wood.
Yes.
A bunch of bread.
In
and-
half an hour.
In half an hour.
In half an hour.
Like we lit
From
the
a cold
oven.
start.
In 20 minutes we were baking, and it was hot enough. It was 500 degrees, so we were able to cycle the pizzas through,
Yeah, that's pretty
2
fast.
at a time, and had 8 pizzas baked in that.
So I've tared the scale so that you can see how much wood we use in one batch in that rocket oven. And it's about 3 pounds, 3 ounces. And we've chopped it into kindling. That way it burns hot and fast and clean. And that's not that much wood, as you can see.
That is tomorrow's breakfast. It is a fruit and cinnamon loaf of bread. 3 pounds minus 7 ounces is about 2.5 pounds of wood.
Just heated up our oven 350 in 8 or 9 minutes, 400, which was our target, in about 10 minutes exactly. We used maybe twice this much of the really small wood, most of a paper bag, like one of those brown grocery sacks, and probably about this much kindling, but some of it was split smaller than this to really get it to burn down quick.
We made these peanut butter cookies in the rocket oven with just 3 pounds and 10 ounces of wood. We started out with 4 pounds of wood, and what was left over is the 6 ounces on the right of this shot. After the oven was already hot from the cookies that we made, we cooked these muffins with 2 pounds, 8.7 ounces of wood.
If you like this sort of thing, come on out to the forums at permies.com, where we talk about rocket ovens, homesteading, and permaculture all the time.